bass echo in the tunnels. Vatos locos. You already know. Loca, vatos loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Trying through the LCU, make a legend real soon. Make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon. LolCow vatos locos, candle low, lights dim. Laughing at the world while the walls cave in. From the shadows to the stage, yeah, we all break through. Crib door slam, screaming LCU. Posted in the crib where the air stay cold. Concrete dreams and the stories get bold. Graffiti on the walls, time stuck on pause. Laugh track bouncing off the outlaw laws. TechProtect with the circus on lock. Brain wild like a glitch in the block. Talking big plans, scheming real loud. Laugh now, cry, let the whole room go proud. P.O. rolling in, calm but sharp. Eyes like a spark in the middle of dark. Every word land heavy, every bar got weight. Underground kings, yeah, we tempting fate. LolCow vatos loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Tryna throw the LCU, make a legend real soon. LolCow vatos locos. Shadows on the wall from the jokes to the chaos. Yeah, we love it all. Hands up, fists high, screaming who's who. Whole crib chanting back LCU. Late night laughter, echo chamber vibes. Memes turn myth when the moment arrives. They said we fade, we just multiply. Turn side Alex into battle cries. Crib so loud with the bassline hum. Old school soul with the snap of a drum. Culture stitched in a rhyme and a tone. Brown pride pulse in the mirror and bone. No gold chains, but the weight still heavy. Truth in the jokes, yeah, the edge stay ready. From throwaway laughs to a flag we flew. Turn low in the legend as LCU. Candles flicker, walls breathe. Hold the ground move when the beat hit freeze. Laugh through the madness, dance with the doom. Every step echo boom, boom, boom. LolCow vatos loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Tryna throw the LCU, make a legend real soon. Make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon.
Ba 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 ba.
LolCow vatos loco.
Good morning, everybody.
Nights stay raw from the crib to the cloud, breaking every law. Say it real loud if you know it's true. Vatos loco forever. LCU. TechProtect.
TechProtect. Who's that?
LolCow crib. Certified. LCU till the lights go out.
I gotta ask, like, I think I've asked this before. Like, why did you go with the Latin themed?
I'm Mexican. What do you mean?
Right. But Jaffe's not Mexican.
He's certified. I don't know if you know.
I wasn't here when they did that song.
Yeah, this song comes from when I used to do LolCow Crypt with a guy named P.O., which stands for parole officer, because he had a parole officer. He was a Mexican dude from L.A. He was on the show for like 5 episodes, maybe 3 actual episodes. And one of our favorite people, Trippy Savage, was like, I'm going to make you a song specifically for the Hispanic theme that your show's going for. It was a fun time. I miss P.O. Shout out him.
So Crip originally was like blood in, blood out, right?
Well, it used to be about LolCow Crip. You know what I'm saying? It's LolCow Crip. But
Like
he was silent.
Putting the ops in the Crip, huh?
I see in the chat we already got.
I just realized I said blood in, blood out as a movie reference, and it went straight over Tech's head.
Is that the one where the white guy is like kind of Mexican, but he's not?
Yeah. That's exactly the movie where he's like a white dude that lives in like Chicana areas of like LA, and then he goes into the system, and the Aryans want him, but he kind of identifies with the Latin kings more, and he just doesn't know what to do.
I've not seen the movie, but I've seen the clips for sure. The clips have been popular online forever, I think. We are here with you today in the LCU. Good morning, everybody. We have the funniest, the fattest, and the sassiest hosts in the LCU. Which one's which?
I'm the fattest.
Y'all decide.
Actually, no. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Billy left.
Yeah. Wait, who left?
Billy the Fridge.
That's true. R.I.P. Billy the Fridge. We also had some other breaking news. The Chubbies. The Chubby Ladies have left the LCU on good standing per Keem. And this is after Mr. Wings Redemption gave them a reaming about being a low effort, not produced, not funny, not entertaining, boring show that they suck and they probably should find a shallow ditch to sleep
Hey,
in.
dude, I feel like people are overblowing that. I recanted my Chubby comment because really it was aimed more at stuff like Bus and Gold
Mm-hmm.
than it was Chubby, right? Chubby they had like a 6 a.m. show, right? They were more victims of like shows like Alpha than anything else, right? Shows that pull 130 viewers. And like one of my big things coming into Crypt again was seeing that Crypt was led into by Gold, which Gold had one person on it at the time.
Yeah.
And like Grimm had left and everything else. I'm sure Gold at some point was a good show, but like it took Cafe's 700 viewers, went down to 140, and we had to build it back up to 700 to send it along. At that point, Gold needs to move. It needs to be on the fringes until it finds its audience, right? And like there's multiple shows where like the scheduling is conflicting and hurting the real benefit of being in the LCU, which is the redirect.
Oh, I agree. Speaking about the redirect, I think one of the shows that probably should be assessed by the new dream team of Mike, Steak, and Yo Mama, LolCow Bus got to a historic low with 316 concurrent viewers at one point.
But they got redirected 4,000.
Yep.
So it went from 4,000 to 316. It's like it's time to be at 1 o'clock at that point in the morning.
And one of the suggestions in the Discord was Crip should be in the prime time right now. They finally have Wings on the show, right? Jaffe would be more high energy because he wouldn't be so sleepy and groggy.
Okay, you can go fuck yourself.
This is not me.
This is your fault. This is fucking your fault. The fact I'm so tired right now.
I introduced Jaffe to video games, and now he can't sleep on time.
No.
Now what is it, Jaffe?
No.
What is it?
No.
Huh?
I'm reading my book or something last night, as us old people do.
Yeah.
And here come Tech and my kid walking in going, "Have you tried melatonin?" And I'm like, "No. What is that? Isn't that cancer?"
That's melanoma.
And yeah. And they're like, no, it'll give you a good sleep. And I'm like, well, I usually don't have a problem falling asleep, but hell, I'll try any drug once. And so they give me 2 gummy melatonin, which is not edibles like dope. It's just that's how you ingest it. And man, it knocked me out like a goddamn light, and I slept deep, and I'm still half asleep right now. And they're like, no, you don't get groggy at all. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm groggy as a goddamn motherfucker.
It's funny that you confuse it for melanoma today, because last night when I was giving it to you, you said a melanin? Why you can take melanin? I was like, no,
I don't know. A melon? Anyway,
good morning.
Fentanyl. Yeah.
Can I ask a question about this? Like, melatonin generally doesn't make you groggy. So I'm assuming what happened is you woke up in the middle of rapid eye movement.
My understanding is if you take more than you probably should, or you take it at the wrong time, because before I took it, I looked that up. I'm like, is this going to make me groggy? It said, well, it can make you groggy if you take, and I only took 2, but whatever, or if you take it too close to when you wake up. But I took it like 30 minutes before I went to bed at like 10:30 last night. So,
but I think why
I don't know what, but I get the groggy point about waking up with REM, but that doesn't last as long as this has last. I've been up for about 30 minutes now.
Well, I was just saying, because like a lot of people like don't understand, like your body sleeps in cycles, and once you go through a cycle, then it's refreshed. If you wake up at certain times, it depends if you have that sleepy feeling or if you have that refreshed feeling.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. Which and listen, there's a I really hope this comes to market. There's a experiment they're doing at MIT, which is it tracks when you're in rapid eye movement, which is when you're dreaming.
At Beastman 580
Thank you, Beastman.
super chatted $10. Morning, gentlemen. Hope your day's going well. Have a great show.
Jamie Lee's like,
man.
Jamie Lee, like it wasn't melatonin, it was actually an edible.
Yeah. Well, no, then I would have had some fun. But But it recognizes when you're in REM state, and it sends you very subtle signals to wake you up, but not consciously wake you up, but to put you in a lucid dreaming state. And they say it's got like an 80% success rate so far with the tests they're doing at MIT. And I'm just waiting for the day. Everybody's like, oh, PlayStation 6 or the new Xbox. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That becomes everything. If I can go to sleep and have my own fucking video game every night, goodbye. Give me.
Has this got something to do with that possible sponsor you got coming on your channel?
No, god damn. Where the fuck? Trust me, I would love to be a guinea pig in that. And get us
No.
We've had a couple, a couple sponsor opportunities.
Tech said you have like a pornography sponsor opportunity on video games coming up.
Potentially.
Oh, yeah, but not as it relates to this though. No.
Well, I was saying like maybe you want to stay in that lucid dream to have like those sex dreams.
Yeah.
Well, I think speaking of Billy the Fridge, when he came down to the goddamn what's it called the haunted hotel thing we did.
Yeah.
He was we had lunch together before he got sick and couldn't come to the night thing, but he said he mastered lucid dreaming. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he said, I can do it whenever I want. And I said, he says, I wake up exhausted, but I would do it all the time. And then I just kind of got over it, but I don't know if I would. I think I would consistently just be sleeping.
What is this a fat dude thing? Because like I've told you myself, I can lucid dream almost on command.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
We probably should. I'll look it up because I think fat people might dream more often. We've had this conversation with me and Jaffe. How many nights a month do you think you dream?
Oh, everybody dreams all the time.
Well,
but you mean recall?
Well, like
when I'm on my
80%?
sleep apnea. Yeah, I dream all the time. When I'm on my sleep apnea machine, the dreams are deeper and I remember them better. But I dream all the time. I've never had a problem.
We had this conversation on Madhouse when I was still in the LCU last year. And when Jaffe asked me, he's like, well, do you dream all the time? I was like, no, but I have like nightmares, maybe 20 out of the 30 days of a month, right? It's always just something I can't control happening. And that was accurate.
That's called undiagnosed trauma.
Yeah, it was accurate until about like maybe 2 months ago. And now I haven't had a nightmare for, I think, going on 60 days. Which is pretty sick. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, because you talked it up and it came out, and now this is what therapy does for you.
I can't remember the last time I had a nightmare.
All
my dreams are me doing things my body wish it could do, but I'm fat as shit. Like I'm usually like running, or like I'm really in good shape, and I'm like just climbing into the bed of the truck without getting exhausted. That kind of stuff. That's what I dream about.
I wish, dude. My nightmares are always like relative to shit going on. Like back when I was in high school. Right, I used to work in a fast food place. I used to get nightmares that the fryers kept going off, like that annoying beep that the fryer machine used to make.
But that's not a nightmare.
No, but there's like 20 fryers, and then it escalates to there's 50 fryers, and there's a crowd of people that are like, "Where the fuck is my food?" And eventually they get so mad they hop over the counter and they beat me, and then I die.
Dude, I have work dreams too. Like I always said that's undiagnosed trauma because I used to work 12/6s. At like a steel mill, like a hot foundry steel mill. And the dream I have is like I'm on the melter and I don't check the temperature right and the melter's getting hot and I'm panicking and I don't know. And I know what to do, but my body won't let me do what I need to do. And I was just watching the melter get hotter and hotter and hotter. And I'm like, it's going to have a meltdown. What am I doing? I'm going to get fired. And it's like, you wake up off of that. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, one of my recent nightmares that was going on is back when I was still on bus. I have a nightmare that for some reason we had a goal to do a sleep stream, and I sleep naked, right? It's just the most natural way to sleep. And I would wake up with my blanket off, and I had promised I was wearing clothes, but in that stream, it's just my cock and ass just pointed towards the camera.
Oh my God. Can I make a new rule that people who are not attractive
Thanks, Grim.
don't put images of themselves in positions like that in other people's heads. Unless you're really good looking.
We've had you put an ice cube up your ass, Jaffe, on stream.
That was literal. That wasn't an image, and no one had to see it.
We had to participate.
No one had to fucking see
idea.
it. Nobody. to fucking think in their minds about you without any goddamn fucking clothes on.
Speaking about dreams, Dreaming Snoozles 6937. Welcome to Cash Cow.
Well, speaking of ugly people and sexual encounters, Jaffe, what is the fattest woman you've ever actually dated romantically?
Hang on.
He's gonna tell you he doesn't date fat women.
I haven't. I'm trying to think. The largest woman.
It's like a buck 50.
There was a woman in college I went out with. What year was that? Second year, so
91?
sophomore year of college, and she wasn't fat by any means, but she wasn't, she was like a normal size, but I've never dated a larger woman than that.
So would you be against going on a single date with a large woman?
I mean, look, chemistry is everything if you're talking about dating, and you can be absolutely turned on by someone that is not your hype. So I wouldn't be opposed if there was chemistry there, but I've never really felt that with a really large lady.
Y'all know references better than I do. Stick Solid says Chris Quinn is rolling in her grave. Who the fuck is Chris Quinn?
I don't know.
You're a stalker. You fucking living in a fucking.
I'm over here trying to create a LolCow Crypt field trip with Jaffe. We should get Jaffe a 300-pound lady,
okay,
and have her take her out onto the town.
Okay, you know who is or I guess was big and is now going to get smaller real soon. Angel.
Oh my God, hang on. I'm trying to get this fucking food.
Okay.
Angel used to be big?
Well, Angel, the girl on Bus, I think she was also on Babes, has officially had her child. She has given birth,
okay.
I think early this morning, like 2 a.m. or something. And she's now, she now has a vacancy, Jaffe, that you can fill.
No.
I'm trying to get your McDonald's. So talk to Wings, please.
This is a mess up. Like you had to get into it while she still had the baby in the oven.
Mm-hmm. It's like stocks, Jaffe. Well, he doesn't
I don't know.
Look at this guy.
Well, my whole thing about this is like pregnant women are beautiful. Like I love the way a pregnant woman glows. And then the field's completely open. Like there's nothing you can do to mess up at that point.
Interesting. I guess that's one perspective. I don't think I've ever had an attractive moment for like a pregnant woman. But I've always been into mature ladies, like
matures. Got to do matures.
Like when I was,
got to milk the cows.
14, and it's like, oh, women are starting to be attractive. It was like, 30, 40-year-olds. They're like, that's mint.
You're talking about, I tried to picture that moment in my life where, Miss Johnson became Miss Johnson. I missed it completely. I'm like, and when did Jordy start seeing like adult women as like superiors and people you're supposed to listen to like, like sexual equals? And I don't remember when that happened.
Is there something wrong with me or you guys that I find fat people talking about their sexual escapades unappealing?
I think it's the Ozempic that's causing you to be that way.
One's in the chat. If you,
oh my God, not the
find
ones in the
fat people talking about sex.
There's difference between fat people though, Jaffe. Like there's like Amy Slayton on this side of the fucking spectrum, and then there's like Megan Trainor on this side of the spectrum. Like
who's Amy Slade?
Slayton. She's one of the Slayton sisters. Like,
oh well, now that clears it up.
Well, you got to look them up.
From Connecticut?
1,000-pound sisters.
Okay. Oh, it's one of the Slayton sisters, right? Of course, of course.
But yeah, that
okay,
moment,
and then Megan Trainor, right? I understand. Yeah, of course.
Well,
there's like Jabba-esque obesity on one side, and then just a bigger woman, right? Is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Right. There's good-looking fat women too. Like fat is something you have, not something you are.
Okay. All right. Let's finish this thought up that Wings had, Jaffe, and we'll go on to the next one.
Let's deal with the bumper sticker that Wings has just delivered unto us as the Sermon on the Mount.
Oh, okay.
The fat is something you have. What did you say again?
Fat is something that you have, not something you are.
But
Don't
see,
let the idea is don't let being fat be your identity. Just like don't let like your politics be your personality.
Yeah, Pinterest is gonna
but
Like,
they
you
love
can
that.
overcome it.
but it is your part of your identity.
I agree.
I mean,
I mean,
If
do you
you're a
think
fat
do you,
person
do you
or a
think my
skinny
personality is
person,
dictated by my fatness?
not on a mostly not conscious, but yes, of course. Not that that's not the only thing, of course.
but it's a major thing for sure.
But
Like when
well, whether it's major or not, every choice you make that yields a result that is, consistent and it's not a one-off is a reflection of the person who made that choice. So yes,
Yeah.
you being fat, me
What-
being fat, Tech being fat, that and I do think that's one of the reasons people say that being fat is one of the last bastions of being of where you can publicly mock someone for being fat and get away with it, whereas you couldn't do it with race, thank God, anymore, or
Yeah.
this or that or the other, is because I think there's a clarity that unless you have a thyroid condition, you being fat, you're wearing your trauma on your sleeve. Now, you being an alcoholic, you being a smoker, you being an asshole, those are kind of vices that you can hide and live a normal life, but you can't hide the fatness. So just like being an asshole is a reflection of who you are, I think being a fat person,
it reflects
the reason reflects
something on you.
aspects of your character.
I remember back in the day when I decided to finally
Not
start
negatively. It doesn't have to be a
weight.
negative character
Yeah.
trait. Just
Thank you,
know,
Jaffe.
yeah.
There was a moment where I was 480 pounds, right? I was a big fucking dude, but still 5'6", so I was a big short fucking dude. And I saw a study, and I don't have it on hand, but they looked at employees in a certain industry for like like white collar industry working in the office, and they took the stats of people that had very similar work output, whether they were fat or skinny, and then they had the managers judge which one they assume is lazier. Like their employees that are under them are lazier. And they found out that it was almost 3 times more likely for a manager to say, my fat employee is lazier than my skinny employee, when they had this almost the same work output.
Right.
And it's
Yeah,
just
there
because
is
they look that
absolutely
way.
Stigma.
And
yeah.
yeah, I started losing weight because I was like, okay, I'm going into business for myself. I have to be able to present myself as an option for their company to trust in. And being 480 pounds is like, this guy doesn't have his life in order. How the fuck is he gonna get my company in order?
People automatically assume you don't shower when you're 480 pounds, 5'6".
Yeah, I mean, it's such a reflection of what is that person like when they're not doing work, and it's probably lazy and unorganized and all this other shit.
I know this is a kind of like walks past his point at this point, but I want to defend my original point here. Like Kurt Cobain, for example, was a heroin addict
Yeah,
all
Right.
the way up to the time of his death. But nobody looks at Kurt Cobain's body of work and being like, heroin defined him.
But it did.
Jaffe would argue that. Yeah, Jaffe likes to
Explain.
argue that the traumas
Well,
that the
right.
person goes through is
That's
probably
right.
what leads to the art that they output.
Right. So I'm not yeah. So when I say a fat I'm not saying Jordy or Tech or me being fat defines us. I'm saying that just like if you look at someone's car, the state of someone's car interior, how clean it is a reflection, or their desk is a reflection of them. It's not, I'm not judging it as a positive or a negative. I'm saying that you leave, just like you leave DNA, like in Gattaca, all over, you leave elements of your personality in almost everything you do. How you dress, how you eat, what you eat, when you wake up, how messy your car is, everything is a clue, because it is a choice made at a subconscious level that's a reflection of what you value.
Yeah,
And
you know-
so Kurt Cobain being a heroin addict,
no. Hey,
that could be
heroin
hidden.
enthusiast.
Sure, that could be hidden in the sense that no one looked at Kurt Cobain and said, ew, he's gross, he's a heroin addict, because that was mostly internalized. Whereas you can't do that when your heroin is McDonald's, which, by the way, is at the door. I have to go get it.
I'll grab it.
Okay. So that's all I'm saying. So I'm not saying I understand your point, which is being fat isn't all a fat person is about. Of course not. Of course not. But I think to suggest that to allow oneself to get obese which technically all three of us on this panel are obese.
There's another word for me is they put the word morbid in front of it.
Right. Well, is a suggestion that that particular vice, is indicative of other things happening that are not necessarily.
Yeah, I agree with you. Statistically, fat people are more lazy, and people will give that.
I don't think it's the lazy. I wasn't saying that at all. I wasn't saying that at all.
Yeah, but like you can make hey, Tony Rigatoni came through.
What do you do?
I told him that he had a membership to gold, and I'm like, if he wanted to be my real homie, he would come to a Crip membership.
Hey, thank you, buddy. We appreciate it, man. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, Rigatoni. Keep going, Wings. I'm sorry.
I'm just got distracted because I'm fat. Did you get a Diet Coke from the McDonald's?
Oh yeah, got the burn, baby.
As a Coke enthusiast myself and a 400-pound land monster, I've always found like Diet Coke is worse fountain than it is can. Like it's noticeably worse. What is your opinion on that?
There's no doubt. 100%. 100%. But it doesn't matter because Diet Coke as a drink is not a very good drink. It's not tab, but it's not a very good drink. But you're right.
The only way I enjoy Diet Coke at all is it has to be ice cold in aluminum or styrofoam. Like that's the only way I palated it, right? Like if you give me like a polypropylene bottle of Diet Coke that's even 38 degrees, like I can drink it, but I won't enjoy it.
I am with you. I will enjoy it. I'm a little less judgy of it, but I won't enjoy it as much as that Coke. And in fact, something you said recently, because I didn't put two and two together, when we have the ladies who come and clean the house, we get these pallets of Diet Coke, and they will not that we ask them to do it, but they will empty them out and they will push them to the back of the fridge. And I always love that when they do that. And it wasn't until you explained, because it's closer to the device that's coldest or something.
Well, where the fan comes in, where the cold air comes in.
Oh my God, that's the only place my Diet Cokes live now, in the back of the fridge. And I grab one in the morning and I can barely hold it. It's like holding, oh my good God Almighty, man!
People say, "Oh, Tony Rigatoni with the points. Come on, we home slices now. Let's go for the $10. Thank you, Tony."
There we go.
I did say he had to give me the subscription with points.
Yeah. Han Solo, thank you for the gifted member, and Shrimpy, thank you for joining Cash Cow. Really appreciate it. Did we read Beastman already?
I'm gonna say a very.
We haven't read any of these. No.
A ice cold Coke from the back of the refrigerator when you first wake up in the morning and you got that little bit of dry mouth going on.
The best.
Better than sex. Better than sex.
That's a big jump. I don't know if I'd say
that is a big jump. It is a big jump. I've had plenty of sex before, but like if you gave me the choice of like, I can have morning sex or I can have that Coca-Cola. It's not a direct 1-2, right?
Look at Jaffe getting uncomfortable again. He's just like,
I'm not getting uncomfortable. I'm not getting uncomfortable.
Just say you're not attracted to wings. Just say it.
That's not what I'm going to say.
Oh, you are attracted.
No, what I'm going to say is,
all right.
Wings talks about sex a lot.
It's part of my character. I'm sorry.
It's his life.
I'm not saying it's negative. It's an observation.
It's me being like over the top, right? Because like as a fat person, you're not supposed to say that kind of stuff. You're not supposed to talk about it. You're supposed to be funny, and you're supposed to be meek, and you're supposed to be like the dude that's like, and this is how I get in trouble on the internet.
Yeah, I mean that's why people think I'm an asshole because I'm very confident. I think I'm hot as shit and I'm funny as fuck and I'm the dude. I'm the guy. And then people are like, "You're fucking nothing, TechProtect. You're so bad."
They think you're delusional. They don't think you're an asshole.
Nah, I'm the fucking best.
You're broken.
I want to say something about Tech, and like you're not supposed to judge another dude's looks, but Tech, you realize that you can pick where your hair parts, right?
Yeah. This is where I
Why do you pick here?
What do you mean?
Look to the side like this.
No,
like, you can see right where your thing is. You can see where your hair like parts.
I'm aware. I just don't put any effort into it. I might shave it for 1,000 members today. I will shave my head on stream.
I have not combed my hair in about 30 years.
You haven't had hair in 30 years.
I don't have a brush. No, I do. Did. Anyway, go ahead. Speaking of what?
Speaking of this, like, why has Keemstar been cutting promos on UTech almost every day?
Oh, because I'm the best fucking dude in the LCU, and he knows it. Yeah, like if he's gonna entertain his audience, you might as well talk about the fucking superstar. All right, I mean that's a simple 1 + 1 equation. The formula writes itself. Keem knows that he's gonna get the best reaction shitting on me. You know why? Because I'm the best character that he has.
I mean, he does technically shit on you when he put you on gay. I would have never done that.
Well, Gay has been getting pretty good. All right, Gay has been much more enjoyable after our little conversation with the staff there. We had I don't want to say it's a record goal. I think it was 340 members on Gay. And now
What did y'all do? Why can't we have that magic on Crypt?
Well, the
We need
incentive
340 members.
The incentive was
You
pretty
guys
good.
can, but I ain't doing it.
So the first goal was to get Albert dressed as a woman, right? And to go onto other shows and kind of just be like, check out my assets on Gay. And, be like a little marketing guy for LolCow Gay. And then they were like, well, if we beat that goal, can we get Iceman doing it? So we'd set a second goal. And they were like, what if Tech also does it? And I was like, I've never done shit like that.
You never cross-dressed?
I have, but that's
How can you be LCU host, not cross-dress?
Not for a stream. I've done it for like theater when I was like younger. But so we hit that goal, and then we had a bigger goal, which was I will make a music video of the three of us dressed as women and make that the intro to LolCow Gay. If we hit 350 members, and sure enough.
So, what do you have in mind for this music video? Is this going to be like a Mork and Mindy kind of intro, or is it like Mary Tyler Moore?
He don't know what that means.
I don't know what Mork
no
and Mindy
idea.
is. No idea what that is.
The fuck you're talking about?
But I was thinking a cherry chapstick. I kissed a girl, or some like poppy, very feminine song.
Right, I understand it, but like you're just going to take like solo shots of everybody in their guitar. Their attire.
I'm having them. So both of them are going to go out in public over the weekend or after that Friday stream as a woman and record themselves and send me the clips, and then I'll edit that into a music video all at once. But they're going to be dancing as women in public. I will not be dancing in public. I've already established that boundary.
It's good to know you have some boundaries and some self-esteem, Tech.
Dog, you can't be a fat guy and not have boundaries, right? You have to. Let's talk about sex some more.
Let's talk about Beastman. Beastman, thank you for the super chat. What got me to lose 150 pounds and keep it off for 18 years was the shame I experienced from other people. Some shame is required for change.
I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
That can be a motivating factor. I don't think it is required, but I think
It's a good one.
for some people that is a motivating
We should
factor.
shame China about the Uyghurs.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
We have.
What, did you just say the W word?
Yeah, those Uyghurs, dude, they get the short end of the stick. I tell you what.
What is that? Can you define that word?
A Uyghur?
Yeah.
It's
Chinese Muslim.
it's a religious group of Muslim Chinese people from the western
Oh,
and
thank
northern
goodness.
regions.
Thank goodness, because we had Uyghurs where I'm at too. They weren't that.
Oh no, those are different.
No, it's sad though. I don't know if it's still going on though. Is it?
It's still going on, and it does start with a U. But yeah, I don't know if you know this. They get rounded up and then sent to these camps where they are converted to not be Muslim, and they also occasionally get chemically castrated so they cannot reproduce, and they get sent back into society as like low level employees.
It's torture camps. It's really bad human rights violations. Horrible.
Yep.
See, Sergio's Pepsi Wings, I would put in my 2 weeks notice if they asked me to dress as a woman. No offense to those that do that kind of stuff. I've had to do it twice on LolCow already.
Yeah.
But see, I justify it like this, Joseph Pesci. Like, I do all this. Everything I do is for my wife, right? Like, I've been a 400-pound man my entire life, for the most part, since third grade. Well, I wasn't 400 pounds in third grade, but I was a fat guy in third grade.
You're a 400-pound man in third grade. Okay.
So, like, I'm not making it a retirement. I've made too many bad choices with food. I've had too many addiction problems with, like, Coca-Cola and shit like that. So, like, everything I do for my wife. So, like, if you ask me, like, if my wife needs to go to the hospital, and if
Ato Oi2 super chatted $9.99. Can't wait to see all three of you doing this. Smiley face emoji.
It's-
Those of us who will be watching will be clipping too. Hashtag content. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Hashtag crypt gang. Celebratory gesture emoji.
It is going to be great, and unfortunately, because the shows are back to back, I will have to be a woman here on Crypt Friday as well. I can't prep in time, so you're going to get female Crypt or yeah.
To finish my point, thank you for the $10. I do everything for my wife. I want to leave my wife with something substantial. I don't want to leave her with problems, and I want to leave her in a better state than she married me in. So, like, if I had to dress like a woman to do that, I will dress like a woman to do that. If I got to get mustard to the face to do that, I will do that as well. I prefer to have my personality carry it, but it is what it is.
Jaffe, your thoughts?
I'm just processing Jordy. There's just a big.
You're real articulate today, Jaffe. What the fuck's going on?
I'm choosing my words because it's.
You can't offend me, man.
No, not because I'm worried about offending you. Because what I'm saying I care about.
Holy shit, Jaffe. I've never seen you at a loss for words for like.
I'm not at a loss for words, cunt. Give me a minute.
You can't find them, is what you're doing. I can't choose the right one.
Look at Jordy, and I just go, my God, this man needs a hug, and my God, this man needs a therapist.
Go
and
hug
my
him.
God, you are in. I stop. You know, for such a big man, you live so fucking small, and you think so little. You are not done. This idea that you're not going to make it to retirement. This idea that you're over. And again, I'm not trying to give you a pep talk. I don't believe in pep talks. But my God, man, you're younger than I am.
Mm-hmm.
You have adventures left to have.
100%. But like, I'm not in the realm of like believing I'm gonna live to 80 either. Right? Like,
Don't worry about how long you'll live.
Most of the men in my family have a track record of checking out about 65 from cancer, right?
Okay,
so,
are they big guys?
All of them, but like
right,
they don't die from obesity. They die from cancer.
They do, right? I mean, obesity is a comorbidity with cancer, right? I mean, it. So, but I understand they don't die of heart attacks, is what you mean, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
We have no heart issues.
Yeah, I'm just saying, dude. You should. I don't know. You don't talk great about yourself. I wonder what the inner voice is.
What do I have to be doing more like Wings?
Worse,
Jaffe. Because we've
that's
sat
not
down.
Good. I don't like that Wings of Redemption.
Oh,
I don't like that for you.
Jaffe, we sat down before.
Makes me sad.
And you're like, don't expect to live past 40, TechProtect. You're fat and you're in bad health and you're gonna die. And I'm like, what the fuck? And you're like, you better fix your health before having kids with my daughter. And then here's Wings, who's like, oh,
Wings ain't
not
fucking my
twice
daughter.
sides. Oh, okay. All right. You're saying this to Wings because you don't care about him. Thank you, Jaffe.
No, but look, you are 29 and I'll see you at times walking around shaking. And I'm like,
shaking?
Parkinson? Yes, shaking.
You've never seen me shaking.
Okay, can I finish my goddamn cockadoodie sentence? And I'll say, what are you doing? And you're like, oh, well, I'm in pain, right? You'll come into my room and you'll be shaking like this. Not like Parkinson's, but like, like that. And it's what you do. I guess it makes your legs feel better or something, right? Or you'll be doing your knees thing like this.
I'll go like this. Yeah, it's like move my spine because it hurts.
Right. So I'm just saying that, whether you live to 100 or whether you live to 50, you're going to be in physical. You're not going to be able to pick your kids up.
That's different. I got hit by a truck and I have a spinal injury. It's not like a...
Yeah, so it's Stephen King, but, he's got over it. All I'm saying is, Skimpy, Shrimpy, welcome to Cash Cow. We appreciate it. And Han Solo, thank you so much for the gifted members, buddy. We really appreciate that as well.
Hold up, Tech. Did you just do the fat man shuffle and say it helps your spine? All fat people do that. That's the way we keep balance.
No, it's not the fat man shuffle. It's like I have to like how do you say it in English? Estirar? I like stretch. I have to like I guess stretch. And like move my back because it'll
expand your spine or something.
It gets like locked. So if I'm like sitting down for a large portion of time, which this job you're kind of sitting down the entire time. When I stand up, I have to like readjust my lower spine from the position it was in, and it's in bad pain. And I used to be prescribed, Oxy. But because I have like an addictive personality, I love to do shit all the way to the wall. I gave up Oxy and was like, fuck it, we'll just deal with pain.
Did you get addicted to Oxy, or you just decided to
I was getting addicted to
yourself?
Oxy.
How do you know if you're getting addicted? I thought it was like an on-off switch.
Because it becomes like this, I have this body high and I'm not in pain, but I want to extend the body high after taking it for like 3 hours later. I'm like, well,
Oh, you were contemplating taking more than one.
Oh, like all the time. Yeah, it was like I'm supposed to do 2 at this time of day, like say 7 a.m. and I'm supposed to take another 1 at 7 p.m. And then I was like, it's noon, but I want to take 2 right now.
Time to do 1.5.
Well, yeah. So I just cut it. I just went 0, and now it's just
Wing sounds like the devil.
Yeah, that's
Time
the
to do
point.
1.5. Little voice right here.
Yeah.
By the way, I have an extra hash brown if you want it, Tech. I don't know why they gave me 2.
I think that's my hash brown. I thought they cheated me out of a hash brown.
Oh, come get it. I don't want it. So, here he comes. Here he comes. Boom.
Hold your chair. Boom.
Yeah. But yeah, Wings, I want, I don't know, man. What are your dreams, baby? I want more for you than that. It's sad to hear.
My dreams is $2.6 million.
Okay. All right.
That's my life goal. Like, is to get my investments
After
in
taxes
my portfolio.
or what?
Just accrued in accounts. Like my goal is to make $2.6 million and live off like the $120,000 it residually would make me.
Okay. So why can't we have the most successful show on the internet? Let's do that.
I'm trying to. That's my goal. And like right now, like my thought process is like, how do we break through the wall, right? And I'm not trying to say I don't love the crypt audience. I love the crypt audience, but like we tend to plateau at 650 to 700. Mm-hmm. How do we get to that first 1,000?
Okay, well, let's talk about this briefly because sometimes the audience likes the inside baseball and sometimes they don't. But let's number one, are there other morning shows in the LCU that can get past that number this early? The answer may be yes. I don't know.
I mean, there's only 2. There's us and Cafe, right? I mean, I guess there is one more morning show, but
how much of it is a time of day thing is my point. I don't know the answer to that. Do you?
In the LCU, I don't know, but like I'm thinking outside of the LCU, like realistically, and like that's where I'm leading towards. Like we need to do things to reach outside of the LCU.
Right. Okay. I would say if that is the goal, which it is, it's not going to come from siphoning audiences who are watching Bus or Queens or whatever, because the kind of stuff we do on this show that's not what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Right. So the real question is, you're absolutely right. Then we need to somehow expand our reach, and we don't really do anything to do that. I had a guy, and maybe that is where we need an intern. I had a guy send me a clip he just made of us. I'll share it with you guys. And I was like, I should share that. But then I'm like, where should I share that? But while you guys are talking, let me pull this up for you guys real quick.
What was the goal? Because I missed it. I was getting the.
The goal is like we're looking behind the curtain right now, right? Yeah. And the goal is to try to get our viewership numbers over 1,000. And the only way to do that is to reach an influence outside of the LCU. And my first thought process, even though it's not going to make a lot of money, right? It's not going to be monetarily gained. It's not going to be effort that puts money dividends in your pocket, but it's to start doing shorts of something, right? We need to upload more than just the live content onto the channel. And because shorts are the best way to grow a YouTube channel organically.
It's not a bad idea.
Pay nothing.
And luckily we do have like a type of show that is very, successful with shorts, as a concept. When we talk about a news story, especially if it's like brand new, we can upload a short about that from the episode, like 2 hours after, we're solid, right? We capture the algorithm. We get more views. People say, what the fuck? Okay. Who are these people talking about this thing the way that is just happening?
What you're saying right now, Tech, is what I'm here's the skeptical of Jordy, right? This is what I don't know. And I've done this for 18 years, right? Nobody knows the YouTube algorithm. Sometimes if you upload something and go live the same day, one of the two are going to suffer. And like, what is the space in between those two that is appropriate that YouTube's algorithms say, well, we're overstimulating your audience, so we're only gonna give them this video and not this video. You know what I'm saying?
Luckily, I would say, yeah, no one understands the algorithm, but we got really lucky with David Jaffe. One of his fans ended up, contacting me, and they're like, I work for YouTube. I work with the algorithm. I work with what is like content that gets pushed out, and here's like what the tips are on how to get moved. And he'll message me from time to time like, oh, there's a new update where this is like one of the bigger impacts on whether a show gets promoted to a larger audience. So I'm not saying I have like the cheat sheet, but I have a pretty clear idea of what'll promote it. And I think I mentioned to you, if you look at the back end and you see your streams or your videos, it'll say, blank rank out of 10 of your last 10 videos. And if it's in the top 5 of your last 10 videos, it gets promoted 25% higher than the other ones. And if it's in the bottom 10, it gets dropped by 25%. Jeffy, what's this?
I like Food, who is a guy who just recently we started following each other on YouTube, on Twitter. I guess he watches the show, and he just sent me this yesterday. He made this, so I don't know if Jordy, if this is what you're talking about, but here's a short.
100%.
Jaffe probably smells like cabbage. Fuck you, Ian. I don't smell like cabbage. I fucking hate cabbage, bitch.
Sorry to bring this back, but why do you hate cabbage so much, Jeff?
Well,
okay, when we were at Sony Santa Monica, for some reason we had this woman who ran the office. She was great, but she felt the need to celebrate every single goddamned holiday, including St. Patrick's Day. And we had an open floor plan at Sony Santa Monica, and suddenly the smell of hell comes wafting through the entire development team. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And it's like, this person's name is cooking cabbage for St. Patrick's Day. And I'm like, you've got to be, and since then, cabbage can go fuck itself.
Cabbage smells like poverty.
Jaffe probably smells like cabbage. Fuck you.
That's a good short.
That's a good
short.
Yeah, it's a good short. Yeah, that's from Foodie. So, are you talking about that kind of stuff?
yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. We need to do that.
It's done.
I'm over in my head.
What?
In my head, like behind the curtain again, right? We get paid through a company through Keemstar as a show, so we can't make choices of like paying people to do these things, right? But maybe we could start subcontracting ourselves. Like when we get paid, we all chip in, I don't know, $50 to an account, and we pay people to make these shorts for us that are that quality.
I am down for this. You know what? Public announcement.
Fuck you, Jart Tart Scar. Damn, Jaffe was unappealing to look at back then. That was like 2 days ago, you cunt.
That was Friday.
Go fuck yourself, you fucking piece of shit.
No. They're talking about when you were at Sony Santa Monica. They had a little cutaway of you being a game dev. Which, I mean, it's, same concept both times. Mountain, thank you for the 5 gifted. And Pokegar, thank you for $2 saying do weekly total topic recaps like once a week. That's not a bad idea. If you have any skills in editing and you know how to make shorts content, TikTok, Instagram Reels.
Well, Foodie does. Let's reach out to Foodie.
Yeah, hit up TechProtect for the great income of $150 a month.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, so I'm with you on that, Jordy. I think that would be, because our show is very different. Like, I ain't dressing up, I ain't doing drag for a couple of reasons. But you
hate the drag community.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I've seen your reviews. You shit on RuPaul's Drag Race all the time on your.
I've never watched it actually. I hear it's a great show.
See what I'm saying? Won't give it a chance.
Yeah. Fuck you, boo baby B. Anyway, so yeah, I'm down with that. I think there's value in what you're saying, because the point is we're not going to be getting that kind of
outreach.
LolCow, what's the show you were on? The gay show? Well, no, LolCow Gay. Because we don't do stunts like that. And honestly, another reason I don't care to do it is it doesn't travel. It's not sustainable. You can't build a career or a show. Like LolCow Gay had a great day yesterday, but that's not the beginning of a trend unless you continue to just,
up the ante. Yeah,
you're not that far away from, going out and just, doing Jack Doherty skits at this point. You know, I mean, how you can only go so far, and then it just becomes, so it's got to come, like Jordy was saying, it's got to be personality based, I think. Listen to Pokey Gaga says, look, Pokey Gaga says, thank you for the super chat. If you look at your back end and see your stream.
That is a quote.
Well, I had an idea, and I don't know how well it would fly. I know David doesn't like doing this thing, but David has a chance to say that tech is boring, especially yesterday during the button conversation.
Oh, I say it all the time. I don't need a chance.
Yeah, that's the point. You say it all the time. How about one stream? We work towards it.
Yandy 4628 super chatted $10.30.
Can we change the voice at least?
Love the dynamic.
You made that audio.
I did not make. No, the voice of hello. I'm Jarvis
guy.
from Iron Man. Why does he have to be that guy?
Keem can put an Indian woman.
We put a dog collar on TechProtect, and anytime that Jaffe thinks he's being boring, we just.
Oh,
we
could do that.
We could do that because we actually just bought one, but not for that reason. But people already do the shocking thing. But we have a twist to it that we're working on. That we'll share with you off air.
Okay, but
we're gonna put it on our nutsack. Is the idea?
Yeet, thank you, buddy. Let's finish the super chat, shall we? The super chats, thank you so much. Pokey Gaga continued to say, also tech could do mustard dance or mustard reviews segment in the middle of the show. What is the matter with this audience? Ryan to DD, you knocked me off of my feet. Just discovered you guys love the dynamic. We love your dynamic. Zing. I'd love to do an edit, says Yeet, of the gaming stream when y'all were high. Is that what that means?
Yeah. We were doing a special stream.
That, Nick Jonas Diabetes loved so much.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, that's the guy.
That's the guy. There's a concept there. But
it's just something fun to do. It doesn't have to be the identity of the show, though, right?
Yeah, I think Jaffe's more in line with not doing prop comedy that way. He'll do
like
prop
comedy if it's funny.
Yeah, like. I think Jaffe in the period
blood
thing was
dress
hilarious.
up as a woman got old when I was 16, and the high school football team was like, they're dressed as cheerleaders. Wait a minute. But those are guys. And it doesn't make any sense. That got old in 1986. Top Gun had just come out in the fucking motion picture show.
Is Top Gun the buddy cop movie?
You're an idiot. Hey, by the way,
plain movie.
If you want to be an idiot and feel okay about it, try Cheddar. Cheddar's some of the best
You're
goddamn
such a fucking dickhead.
Right.
I hate that you do this shit all the time. Like, you do it just to piss me off. I know it's not, you don't really care.
Because I want the audience somewhere out there right now. There's somebody watching who works for a company that's like, you know what?
Yeah, and they're like,
he's going to go in.
Go ahead.
No, he's going to go into his boss, or she's going to go into their boss later today and go, I know these guys on this LCU show. It's not huge yet, but they're up and coming. We could probably toss them $1,000 a month to read some copy for us.
Or what they think is, if we send him like $26 worth of product, he'll talk about us for free for months.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because you're dumb.
I mean, I'm a hoe. I'll take that. But have we not reached out to Raid Shadow Legends? They'll throw $1,000 to anybody.
I gave them their money back. I'm not even fucking with you.
Yeah,
they reached out to me about 2 years ago. And it was my first sponsor. And I'm like, oh, yeah, fuck, I'll do it. You're going to pay me like $800 to play a game for an hour? I played it. And
you hated it.
They started processing the payment. And I said, I have to delete the video. I thought this game was terrible and I can't lie to my audience. And I said, just don't pay me. I have scruples, such as they are.
I had a chair company reach out to me one time. I don't want to name them. Right, but it was a race car chair company.
That's like fun.
With like they were bringing this new big guy line out, like designed for like the king size.
That's a great idea.
So they seen me and they're like, we want you to represent our chair.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, I get a free chair out of this. I got to do a video out of it and like sponsor whatever. So they send me the chair. I put it together. And I fucking hate this thing. It is one of the most uncomfortablest chairs I've ever sat in my fucking life.
You cannot shill crap. You can't do it.
Yeah, it's like, this is terrible. Who would, I couldn't tell. I couldn't convince people to sit in this bitch. It was so bad.
Yeah, I had a group reach out to me wings a week ago, and and I want one of these things. It's like a really nice like projector, like for watching your movies and games and all that. And they're like, "Hey, we'll pay you like $800 to talk about it." And I'm like, "Okay, but you have to send me one." And they go, "We don't do that." I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to talk about your fucking product if I don't get to play with it. I don't want to own it. I'll send it back to you." And they're like, "Oh yeah, we don't do that." I'm like, "Well, then no. Who would accept a deal with you guys?" But I guess a lot of people do. I don't know.
I wonder what that dude's getting paid. If he doesn't in a position of power, like, yeah, I'll send you one now if you send it back. That's a no-brainer. Especially if you want the exposure. It's not like you're not getting it back. It's like that's like a car company like, no, you can't drive our cars, but you can buy them.
Well, Jaffe says, if you send me the product, I'll review it. We potentially had an agreement with Bad Dragon to do a review.
Okay, that's different, you dumb hillbilly.
Jaffe wouldn't do the review for Bad Dragon.
Tell him what it was, idiot.
So it was going to be like it would look like a big fist dildo. Bad Dragon's a company that makes oversized dildo products. And it would look like
and
Kratos'
really cool,
arm.
by the way.
Yeah, so it would have been like Kratos' arm going up like this with the chains on it, right, for texture, like it's ribbed. And Jaffe would just have to test the product and then keep it in the background for 5 streams. That's it.
I don't mind keeping it in the background. I'm not going to test it. And the other thing was making a mold of my dick.
Oh yeah, they also were like, we want to possibly reach out to like some game developers. So David Jaffe, Howard, what's his name? Howard, not Stern.
Todd Howard,
Sid Meier, and get a cast of their penises as a product.
Miyamoto.
Yeah. And Jaffe just was not game. And you know what else?
I like this Kratos dildo idea. But they need to make a speaker on it though. So like when you click it on and it starts vibrating, it just does like Zeus.
Yeah, when you stick it up, it can tell if it's in your butthole. It's like as it goes up. Yeah, exactly.
And then there was one more that I was in talks with someone from their team. There's a YouTuber who has a gaming soap company, right? It's for soap for gamers to show that we actually do shower or whatever the fuck. And it was to have Jaffe be in a commercial, right? Kind of like the Old Spice commercials where they're in the shower and the steam covers up like their cock and balls and all that. And it's Jaffe going like, gamers play hard and we wash hard, and then it pulls out and it's just, buy this soap. And it was like $30K. And Jaffe's like, no, not doing it. Not doing it.
30,000?
30,000.
100%. 100% doing that.
Jaffe didn't want his nipples in the video. And I was like,
it had nothing to do with nipples. It had nothing to do with nipples. It had to do with just like, that's not my brand. Nobody wants to see me in a fucking shower.
Yeah, but they would have given you like Kratos body paint or something, and it would start washing off while you're in the shower. It'd been pretty artistic, You wouldn't do it.
Listen to this now. That McDonald's is not sitting well.
What does that mean?
That means he's got to take a stink.
Oh, do you need fiber?
My stomach's a little upset. No, I don't have to go to the bathroom. Just my stomach feels a little.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm not comfortable, Carol Johnson. It's just it's just not my brand. It feels good.
He's uncomfortable.
Okay, can we talk about this? Final Chicken. I'm fascinated by this. What are you talking about? Are you one of the? He says there was all this Saturn iconography in God of War, and I'm like, no, there wasn't. And if there was, it was unintentional. What is Saturn? If Mars, no, I know, but I know for the Roman God of War, the Greek God of War was Ares, and you know how with Rome they kind of evolved them a little bit. What is Saturn? Something in Rome that he's mistaking Rome for Greek mythology? Because he's written this like twice, and I'm like, what is? I don't know what they're talking about. Well, I don't think there was any Saturn.
Jupiter's Zeus. Isn't Saturn? It's agriculture. It's Kronos. Is that not it's like the Titan Kronos?
I don't. Well,
yes,
I don't
Kronos.
Know. So I couldn't. Then I don't know. Now Kronos was in God of War 2. But not God of War 1. I don't know what they're talking about. You got to be more specific, pal. Okay, so God of War in Roman is Mars as well. Okay, so do you mean Ares? I don't know what they're...
You're confusing me, Jaffe.
I'm confused. That's why I'm asking them, because I don't know what they're talking about. They act like they're trying to say something, and I'm like, I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, so Jaffe won't fuck fat women. He won't get shirtless for $30,000, and he doesn't understand the video game he made. That's crazy.
Okay, let's talk about a fat woman I would fuck. Okay, I mean, again, I say this like I have so many options that
Roseanne. What's her name?
No, I wouldn't
Hell
fuck her.
no.
But let me think for a minute. Like, I think having sex with Fat Amy from Pitch Perfect would probably be fun because she would be fun, right? But I'm not gonna lie about the fact that I don't look at her when she was in that movie and go, I was looking at Anna Kendrick in that movie. She was hot to me. She's my type, but not Fat Amy, right? So Becky. Karma Beach says Becky probably, I don't know who she really is in real life.
Talking about the Becky
there are
Boop.
moments, Becky Boop. There are moments you could probably imagine she would be fun in bed, but I don't really, I've never met her in real life.
Let's try this. Let's close our eyes, right? And raise your hand if you would fuck Becky Boop.
Well, no, I need...
that one's for wings. That one's...
Okay.
Well, I have a thing, man. Like, I know fat people are considered to be lazy, right?
No. Okay, keep going. Yes.
I like to be clean. And, like, Becky isn't clean, right?
Is she not?
No, she's a hoarder. You never seen her house? The house video?
Yeah, if you never cared. Yeah, you just never looked up.
Okay,
anything.
well, her house is a hoard. It's full of cat shit and, like, diet root beer. Like, that's what her house is, right? And, like, no matter what a woman looks like, if she lives like that and her brain's like that, and let's not even talk about the Richie Dub situation, right? That's all red flags. No, don't put your dick in crazy.
Well, now you sell it like that.
He's interesting.
Putting my dick in crazy sounds pretty interesting. Oh, okay. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know who would. I don't know. But whatever.
No one asked me.
What it says is Jaffe's thought about sleeping with the Baxter.
Yeah, he's talked about it. I mean, they've flirted on stream a number of times.
But I mean, it wasn't, look, my dad told me once, I think my dad, thought he would, he probably was, but I've never been like, the idea of talking about sex with my dad was never something I was just like, I'm good. I'm all right. But he told me about the first time he had sex, and he was in the Army, and he had sex with a fat woman. And he said, at the end, I didn't know if I had sex or not, because he didn't know if he was fucking a fold of fat or if he was fucking.
How big of a woman did he sleep with?
I guess she was really big. And my dad was not a big guy, so.
Was this his first time?
Yeah, that was his first time when he had sex. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I mean, like, you can kind of tell what the JJ feels like versus a fat fold.
Not if you haven't had the experience, I suppose, but he didn't know.
Pokey Gaga for $5 says, can we give Jaffe a red or blue button? One changes the subject and the other one shocks text butt plug.
Hey man, I would absolutely love to know when the audience is. I've said this yesterday. We have the greatest technology. I'm watching Back to the Future this weekend, and when Doc Brown picks up the JVC video camera and says, "Oh my God, a portable television studio!" Right? That's a line always stuck with me because it just was such a neat way of looking at a video recorder. And now we literally have an interactive television studio. And the fact that we haven't been able to really figure out when the audience is losing interest in the topic and it's time to move on, I think there's gold in their hills.
Speaking about time to move on, I know Jaffe hates this, but it's time to talk LCU. All right, and it's not LCU.
Can we get the super chat first? I just want to. Did we get all the super chats?
The one I just read. Oh, Yeet also says, I'd love to do an edit of the gaming stream. Oh, we read that one. Yeah.
Yeah, can I remind all of you guys that this show lives or dies by your donations. If you donate right now, you get a tote bag and a copy of Ken Burns' Civil War. That's for us old people who know what PBS is. We would love your money because it would make us feel better to have your money. That's all that's it. That is it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you it's going to go to a good cause. We just want your money. A wink.
Well, mine goes to a good cause. I generally siphon out 5% of everything I earn to go to the children without families.
Good morning.
Three super chatted $9.99.
Has it been an hour?
Good morning, gentlemen. It's crazy that we only have an hour left.
Oh shit!
Thank you so much for your money.
Thank you,
Oh,
thank you, Versucci.
For
Thank you,
Tucci.
Versucci. We love you, buddy. Thank you, pal.
Yeah, it's basically time has gone by fast. I think the conversation's been really nice. But it is time to get down to the brass tacks of the LCU, Jaffe. I know you hate it. I promise you, it's not drama. It's something that is important to you.
Okay.
Today, allegedly, all right, is the day they announced the new schedule for next month, which I know it's always like, who they're going to move us. I fucking stupid, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what's happening, right? Game's gone. Obviously, he's not here anymore. He just is a viewer, allegedly. He's going to make another stream about me, I guarantee. Look at the puppy dog.
Where?
Winks at a dog. And he put it down. Pay attention next time, dickhead. Stop being an
Looking up
asshole.
news story.
While I'm talking? Fuck you.
Today's the day they announced the new schedule of the LCU. Wings is gone. We're all waiting to see. And then, whoa, a puppy dog. I heard everything, but I'm also looking up a news story that we can jump to for the next segment. That's how we do the show.
Asshole.
I heard everything you said, cunt.
Chubby's is gone, and Keem has let ALR.
At Dreaming Snoozles 6,937
Oh, what a cute name.
super chatted $13.23. Have my money to make you feel better as you are making me feel better as I'm down with a fever.
Okay, can I say this, Dreaming Snoozle? First off, yes, thank you very, very much. Second off, that's one of the reasons I love doing shows like this. I love knowing if someone's sad or if someone's sick or if someone's getting their kids ready for school. That I have such warm memories of listening to shows on radio when I was doing those things. So I love hearing that. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for your donation. We appreciate it. Yeet, thank you very much for your donation. You know, we love you. Red Sheets Metal says, Tech, say something about Keemstar. I want a fourth stream. Thank you, buddy.
I'm pretty sure he wears adult diapers. All right. You can see there's like an outline in his jeans every so often. That's not real, but maybe Keem will react to that clip being sent to him. Send him the clip. Jaffe, Lynn Reed, who had left the universe on bad terms, Keem made an announcement this morning that now it's set to good terms, which means she is allowed to go back to streaming as soon as she wants. Which I know you hate this news, whatever. You want
It's
Amber
not
Lynn to
that
die.
no.
You hate
I
this
like
person.
Amber Lynn. It's
You
not
despise
that.
her.
It's please stop. It really is not that at all. I have no beef with Amber Lynn like you do. It's
She's
just
a
the
fat
fact
woman.
that it's just the fact that it's going to be the same fucking drama again. It's like if she comes back and she's like, "Oh my God, I've discovered Buddhism." And now we get an arc of Amber Lynn back and she's trying to be sweet and peaceful and present for 2 months and she crashes out. Okay, that's different. But if she comes back tomorrow.
At Pandoid Irish super chatted $11.50. Morning boys. I only super chat to hear that sweet TTS music.
Ow.
At Trippy Savage super chatted $10. Nah, he's talking about the glass girls. I think he realized you're not gonna catch on. He's trying to help you.
He's not trying to help me. He's trying to take my clout and use it. That's what Keemstar is doing.
Thank you, Panda Eyed, very, very much, buddy, and thank you, Trippy Savage.
I thought you and Keem were homies. I thought you
yeah,
you were his tech guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's called me his son before. He's like, Tech is like my son. Tech has two powerful dads. He has the Joffrey and he has Keemstar.
Dude, Keemstar just pictures himself as Vince McMahon. You know this, right? Like he
Yeah.
wants to be Vince McMahon so bad it hurts.
Aim higher, Keemstar.
I think he keeps like a pressed shirt and a tie like in a back seat of his car at all times, just in case he has like a press meeting or something. You know, he's that kind of businessman. Jaffe,
I'm listening.
Donald
Yes,
Trump.
I'm listening.
Donald Trump. I don't know if you know this. He made the announcement for the removal of marijuana as a class whatever drug, and now it's going to be promoted into more of a health positive output. And you know what a K truck is, or a K car?
Mm-hmm. Does it drive around and give you ketamine injections?
That'd be sick. K cars.
The ice cream truck. The ice cream truck is here. The K truck is here.
No. K cars or K trucks are Japanese model vehicles that are much smaller. They have a much smaller footprint. They use a lot less gas. Trump wants to have those being imported into the U.S. as soon as possible, and this is probably to alleviate the gas crisis that we're getting ourselves in with the Iran conflict. Would you love a K car, Jaffe? It looks like a little clown car.
It's
Yeah,
one of those little flatbed
I don't
trucks.
have a car right now. I sold my car. No, my car died is what happened.
Yeah.
And I don't really
And you
need a
gave it-
car because I
You give it to Jewish kids.
gave it to Jewish. Well, I gave it to the Jew.
What did you have?
I had well at first I had a Honda Odyssey minivan. Boy, that was a great car. Great fucking car for our kids. But the same year we bought that, we got a 2003 Toyota Corolla. And that was the last car I had. And I was driving somewhere around the neighborhood and it just made this. Anyway, the point is transmission fell out the bottom pretty much. And it was like, fuck it. I mean, that was great. Toyota Corollas are great fucking cars. And then after that, Tech was here. And when I do leave, because we live in a very walkable neighborhood, but when I need to go somewhere, which is rare, like I might want to go to the comic book store this week, I'll just take his van. So the next time I buy a car, I might buy one of those little K cars or something.
I'm thinking about getting myself a Honda Acti.
I don't know what that is.
It's a little K truck.
Okay, cool.
But you know what? Both your fucking last cars, you fucked up the transmission. I don't think it was the car's fault. I
It
think
was
you
from 2003,
doesn't
motherfucker.
mean
It was like a
nothing.
still,
20.
you
Well,
drive like an asshole. Like when I,
No,
yeah, you do.
we had that Honda Odyssey in the shop every like
Chill
10
Group
months just to get it checked.
6045 super chatted $10. Yay K cars. Fuck the cafe standard and chicken tax.
True. Fuck. I hate the cafe standards so much.
I actually hate K trucks.
You hate them?
I hate them.
Why?
Like there's a Subaru Sandbar and all these other little trucks. Like they say they save gas, but they don't, man. Like they can't handle hills. They can't handle hills.
What do you mean?
They
The Acti
can't do
is a 40.
They can't do highway speed usually. Like they're terrible.
Okay.
Like they're cool for what they are. They're small. They got a bed. They can get around town and get in little narrow spaces, but they're slow. They're inefficient gas wise. They can't handle any hills. They can't pull
Inefficient.
anything. Inefficient. Yeah, they're
the Honda Acti
like
does
600
40
cc
It does 42 miles per gallon.
in the proper settings. Like if you're on a flat sea level road with no load, you put a load on that truck and you put a hill in front of it, that 42 quickly goes to 22.
Which is still fantastic for a truck that has a 6-foot bed.
Right. It's going to be better than like what I drive, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't drive mine for miles per gallon. I drive mine for like usability. Like it can pull 13,000 pounds. It can, 2,500 pounds in the bed, that kind of stuff.
Have you ever pulled that much weight?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a different story. A lot of people that own trucks don't
I
actually.
used to have a CDL, bud.
One day I had to get a sleep apnea test to try and get a CDL. And they were like, "You're fat as shit." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right." Jaffe, you're checked out. Because you don't like cars. Jaffe doesn't know about cars.
I'm reading the chat. Honestly, no, I'm not checked out. I'm reading the chat and I'm reading the critical comment, which is from Bronzy saying, "Wow, this is so boring today." And then my thought process is, well, if I bring it up, I'm giving it attention, but also we're still in a process of growing. It's the first couple of days we've had Wings on as part of the team.
Can you do me a favor?
So maybe we should ask if the audience feels this
Can you
is
do me
a
a favor?
boring episode or a good episode.
Can you do me a favor? Stop
Damn, I'll be throwing
this.
shade.
This shit's fucking stupid. Every day you're doing this thing where you're like, the chat runs my stream. The chat is the direction of what I do here. I have to listen to the chat all the time. Chat, are we bad? Is this boring, chat? What's going on, chat?
Oh my God, it's
Chill out.
Why not just do a podcast? It's an interactive show.
It is.
You're
But why the
supposed
fuck?
to respond with the
Hold
chat,
on.
idiot.
What do you want to present as an entertainer? Do that.
Okay, I will. I have things prepared.
Then
prick.
do them and stop doing what.
I'm
Chat,
waiting
is this
for you to
okay?
shut the fuck
Hold on,
up.
chat.
Yeah.
Ones if you want to hear Jaffe give his things. Twos if you want to keep on doing the car talk.
Okay, now stop for a minute. Let them answer.
We're gonna let them
fucking
answer. We're gonna let them answer. But also, if you watch during this car thing, that was the one negative comment out of 20 other comments interacting with the idea of talking
Yeah,
about
if you
cars.
read the chat, you'd know to divert. Pull up, pull up, pull up. No one wants to hear this shit.
Okay, now watch this. Chat, put ones in the chat if you agree with the ones from the previous ask. Put twos if you think that was
No.
bullshit.
All right, here you go. Now listen to me.
We're gonna keep on asking
This
them.
is- Well, would you like me to do my bit now?
Yes, obviously. I think you should stop fucking looking at the chat for what's good and what's
Oh, I
bad.
don't care what you think. I know you think you're the best asset to the LCU, and you know everything about how this should work.
It's not that. It's just that the constant asking is this boring? Makes you look like you're having a bad time, which makes the audience think I'm gonna have a bad time too.
You know what it makes me look like? It makes me look like the goddamn director of God of War, because every day in God of War, I would walk around that studio and I would be like, is this good? Give me a rating, 1 to 10. We serve at the pleasure of the audience, you fucking moron. Our job is to entertain them.
Do you think
we have a hint
in the middle of a stand-up routine, the guy's like, audience, how are you? Can you raise your left hand if you like this? Right hand if it's boring. I'll go on to the next bit.
But you weren't doing a stand-up routine. X37 has a diagnostic
I prepped a conversation about K cars because Wings of Redemption is a big car guy. Right, so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna appeal."
In the audience, Wings is a host.
Wings is an entertainer, and his personality is the commentary.
I'm gonna say this for myself. Nobody cares about car stuff. I've known this for 10 years. I'm the gas hole. I love it, but you don't have to feed me these topics.
Well, look, I fucking double hit. It's Donald Trump, which Jaffe would want to talk about, and it's cars, which Wings would want to talk about.
Why don't we
I included both of you in a planned fucking content.
Assassinate Donald Trump. We haven't said anything about that.
We tried that yesterday, and Jaffe doesn't care.
Glowshine. Glowshine drops a 2. 2024 Fusion. What do you think, Wings? Glowshine, I fucking hate you.
That's a bait.
I fucking hate you.
That is a bait.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck you.
Where Anna G said she had a comment. Anna G's starting to hurt my feelings. Lately, she's like, ignoring
Anna G says, if you like the stream, Jaffe will owe you a date at the Olive Garden.
I didn't see that. Oh, I'm on Top Chat. That might be
why. You're an asshole. Also, it was a $5 donation.
I don't see that either.
Did you say 2024 Ford Fusion?
2020. EcoBoost.
Oh, I was gonna say which engine is in it, because if it's the 1.5 Dragon, hell, run like for the hills. If it's the 2.5 naturally aspirated, go for it all day.
This is boring. All right, Jaffe, tell us about your other fucking stuff.
Okay. I've met a wonderful woman, and I'm terrified that I've let her slip through my fingers. This is an actual letter that came into the Daily Star. A woman who could be the one for me. A few months ago, I met a girl online. See, she was funny and friendly, and we hit it off straight away. Things became very intense very quickly. At first, we sent cheeky messages back and forth as one does, and then I switched my laptop and turned on the camera. Well, I stripped naked for her and performed many sex acts on myself with a variety of adult toys. It was hot and hilarious. I let her dictate everything and felt empowered, cherished, and sexy. In return, she performed for me too, but she said she was shy about turning on her camera. I had to take her word for it. She was doing all that I was asking. Well, naturally, I kept begging for her to show me her face and meet up together. She explained that she had confidence issues and asked me to be patient. We had at last online sex March 28th. The next day, we met up for real. Only we were due to, and she didn't show. Now I can't get a hold of her. She's not replying to any of my messages. I can't let this go because she's my soulmate, the woman I'm destined to spend my life with, but she simply seems to have vanished, and I'm distraught. I'm going out of my mind. I keep blaming myself. Maybe I pushed her too hard. Maybe I should have waited longer before organizing an orgasmic hookup. How could I have been so hasty and crass? How do I find my one true love? My mate says I should just be careful of blackmail. What do I do? That's a letter that was literally written to the Daily Star. This motherfucker is so goddamn stupid.
He had cyber sex with a fucking Nigerian man.
Yeah.
And someone probably recorded it, and now it's all over the goddamn internet.
Yeah.
That's a great LCU show. Can we scam people into doing awful things and then putting it on the internet?
Ooh.
I've never understood online relationships. I'm sorry. Like, if you need to like seduce a girl that's in the LCU or any online forum, love yourself more. Like, seriously, just love yourself more. Go on a dating app. You could get better things. You could talk to real women that will really go out to Applebee's with you and really let you touch them. You don't have to impress women and want to fly them around the world because you're insecure about yourself.
Yeah, you lost me at Applebee's.
Yeah, Applebee's sucks ass, right? I'm a Chili's man
I'm
myself.
like, really? It's like I was like, yeah, wings, preach. Applebee's. Wait, what?
Yeah.
What? What?
Takes you out of it.
Applebee's is the only sit-down restaurant in my town. That's why I used it.
Man, you don't. The bar is very low in your town. That's
Yeah.
You can go. It's like I'm going to take you to the Olive Garden. Suddenly, you're the big spender in your town. Good.
Yeah, we had
God
to go to Myrtle
almighty.
Beach for Olive Garden. Like we had to go to the beach for all that.
That's right.
Jaffe,
Thank you for the jewels, buddy. Thank you so much, Mon Bemenza has
Look
for
at
the
the
jewels
dog.
and Pokey Gaga for the jewels. We appreciate that. Thank you so much, buddy. Did you see the 89-year-old gunman in Greece, says Sammy?
I
No.
did. That story, 89-year-old gunman enters a Social Security office, allegedly with a concealed shotgun and a backup revolver. And I think he was just firing at the ground. I don't think he even shot anybody. I'm not sure. But he unloaded his gun and then casually walked away. There were 5 people injured with minor injuries, so I think they just like ran and fell and shit.
Okay.
But they did finally arrest him. I want to say like 2 or 3 hours ago at this point.
Okay.
The motive still unclear, but an 89-year-old
know.
going into Social Security office probably.
It's probably clear what it is.
He needs medical attention. And he can't afford it.
Oh, so
I'm
you
going
go
that
to
route.
jail.
Yeah, he needs to go to jail to get the free health care because he can't afford the health care outside. And he'd rather. I mean, let's be real. Like we do not treat the elderly nice in this country.
Well, this is
Like
Greece.
Oh, I'm sorry. My whole point's alleviated.
Have a nice cup of shut the fuck up, Wings. How about that?
Yeah, this happened in Greece. So the guy, I'm assuming, was a pensioner.
Victoria Paints, thank you for sending a husky for 800 jewels, buddy. We appreciate it.
I think he was a pensioner. I think he was on retirement, and maybe his retirement's running out, and maybe he was on Social Security, and they didn't approve something or whatever. I'm making an assumption here. All right, I don't know exactly what's going on, but to target a Social Security office, probably related to your benefits. I would assume at that advanced age.
Well, my thought process is he shot the ground, right? You said he shot the ground. Like,
Yeah,
that's
the
a
reports
deliberate
say-
act.
Yeah.
It's a deliberate act. He doesn't want to hurt people, but he wants to be arrested. Like, why does he want to be arrested? Usually in the United States, it's because our healthcare is very expensive, even when you're that old, right? We just don't take care of you, and they'll do just enough to get you back out to the street so they don't have to take care of you.
Yeah.
I don't know how Greece works. I know Greece had the whole like we're broke shit like 10 years ago. I don't know how that's.
Oh, they're still broke as fuck. They pull from the EU fund. They don't contribute. I do know that in Greece, the gun laws are more favorable than in other parts of Europe. Gun ownership is not like outbanned, but it is like restricted. So it's fairly restrictive. So maybe this is a protest on gun ownership. Maybe it's a protest against fucking benefits for old people. It could be a number of things.
Maybe they really, really hated my big fat Greek wedding too, like a lot of us did.
What is that?
That didn't need a sequel. It didn't need a sequel.
It didn't need original episode either. I got a topic I want to talk about since we seem to be running on fumes here.
We're hey.
I have 5 more car stories, but Jaffe's gonna eat my ass if I do them.
You're right.
Well,
Wayne.
mine's a car story too, but it's not about the cars itself. It's about the
Yes.
technology in the cars.
All right,
It's about
go ahead.
technology. All right. So in February 26th of this year, a Ford Blue Cruise. Blue Cruise is the self-driving autonomous system that Ford implements into their cars. In a Ford Mustang Mach-E malfunction air quotations and hit a Honda CRV that was lampooned in the middle of the road. It was broke down in the middle of the road on the interstate. The car did not recognize it. The driver didn't recognize it, and it ended up killing the Honda driver sitting in his car waiting for the tow truck. Right. So they did a meeting on March 31st just recently, and they concluded that it was the driver's fault because at the time of the impact, he was looking at his infotainment system. And this brought up a whole slew of different things and how these systems are actually spying on you. And there's a whole 3-hour meeting that they brought out. Like Ford is keeping track of where your eyes are looking at, how often that you look away. They take pictures of you every 3 to 4 seconds, and they keep overriding the pictures in case a crash happens. They dictate how many text comes through your phone, your infotainment system, how often you phone a call in your infotainment system, how often the warning lights come out on your dash, like when they tell you to look back at the road. and they take all this telemetric data and they sell it to insurance companies. As Americans, how does this make you two feel that these level of systems are coming into cars, and no cars like Lexuses are now hiding these systems behind the dash, so you never really know if the system's in your car or not unless you actually think about it.
Well, I think it's horrible. I mean, I think those things can be used for good, but we know our situation in America where people, if they can make money off of it, will be that way instead. And it makes me not want to buy a car from those companies. And it makes me also go, there's an opportunity for someone to come out with a car that doesn't do those things that will probably be very successful, because they'll be like, a lot of people, once they find out what you're saying, will not want that. So I think it's corrupt, but I think it's the same as ever was. I mean, we're a bunch of greedy fucks because capitalism, we have no social safety net that's meaningful. So we do what we have to do and we justify it, but deep down inside, we know it's wrong.
Do you really believe that that's going to sway people? Because like the benefit of it is self-driving car. Like I think a lot of people, like for example, like way Ford does it. I know this because I have a Ford with Blue Cruise.
Yep.
If you're saying that it's only happening when the self-driving is on, I think that becomes a bridge that you can sell to somebody. If it happens all the time, then it becomes a problem. When you're driving your own car and you've got autonomy over the car and they're taking pictures of you every 3 seconds, then I think it's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, it's on all the time. They don't do it just with the Blue Cruise.
Yeah. It's just
But the way Ford gets you to agree to this is you can't use like their app on your phone to like to turn your car on or unlock your doors and things like that without agreeing to do all, like allow them to do all this stuff and sell your data and stuff like that. And a lot of people just click right through it. Oh, now I can unlock my doors.
Yeah.
One of the so my opinion on this, right? The whole idea of your data safety and security. During the Ukraine conflict, the early stage of the Ukraine conflict, I learned something about iPhones that really pissed me off. Because when they were using like infrared and thermal camera imaging on their eyewear, right, to identify people at night, they found out there's a feature built into iPhones to flash Face ID like every 3 to 5 seconds. And if a soldier just had their phone, face towards, the front, but in like a pocket, that little sensor that hits you with those fucking like what
laser maps your face.
Yeah, the laser maps your face thing to tell the difference in whatever. That just is always going. So soldiers were getting killed because they had their fucking iPhones in their chest pockets, and it was just lighting them up in the dark constantly. And I looked into it a little bit more. So yeah, if you're holding your phone, the moment that it recognizes being held because of whatever systems inside of it, it is scanning your face. It is saving pictures of your face into like a little subfolder that only like Apple can access or whatever. It's also recording your location. It does a little audio cue check every so often. You know how when you just say like Siri, and then like my thing just activated, right? The microphone is constantly doing an audio recording check to see if you're saying something. So you're always being listened to. You're always being seen. You're always being fucking tracked if you just own an iPhone.
But that's what everything in life.
Yeah.
But
I know it's
Alexa?
for everything in life, but like when it comes to this car thing, if I'm already agreeing to it for the iPhone, fuck it, dude. Let my car know my dick size at this point. What temperature my cheeks are at.
The problem is like you bought, let's say you bought a high performance Mustang, right? And it happens to have Blue Cruise because they all come with Blue Cruise now because they want to be able to sell you the service, right? So you get all the cameras and stuff regardless if you want them or not. And you're going to use your Mustang. All right, I'm going to rip it onto the highway. I'm going to go from 40 to 85 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone because I wanted to rip it to get onto the highway.
I see.
Now your insurance just went up.
Yeah, that's why I don't do the snapshot from fucking Progressive. I did that one time when I was like 21 or 22 years old, and they were like, and you're paying $200 more for your fucking insurance, dickhead, because I used to take that fucking car like 110 on the highway out of town. We have a $10 dono from the Real Rigatoni. Can I come up? Also, I'm glad you like my diss track wings. Would you like to talk to Rigatoni?
I mean, no, but like we can.
Chilled Milk, thank you for the super chat. You hear this, Keem? Your iPhone mandate puts people in danger. I didn't know we had a mandate. What is the
Keem,
mandate?
if you're on LolCow Live, Keemstar says you have to have an iPhone.
Why?
He's gonna buy me an iPhone?
Yeah, I guess
I
so.
have one, but you know.
Yo, I just had a real quick question. Yo, Jaffe, did you end up looking into those protein shakes I was talking about the other day?
Not at all.
I think it would be really good for you in the morning, though. Like if you're a hungry guy and you get hangry in the morning, I feel like it would be really good for you.
But I don't get hangry in the morning.
I don't know about that. Anyways, yo, Wings, bro, you're my home slice for life. I fucking love you, Doc. You know that?
Thank you,
You know I
sir.
love you.
But wait,
Listen.
I want to. What did you recommend? I don't even know what you're talking about though. When did you recommend a protein shake?
The other day I was up here and I told you should look into the Boost protein shakes. And then you
Oh,
got
my
a bit
dad
hangry.
drank Boost on his deathbed. I can never drink Boost because that's what my dad drank on his deathbed. I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding you. I would go out to the grocery store in Alabama to get him Boost because that's all he could drink when he was dying in hospice.
That's a terrible thing. Okay, well, my bad. No suggestion. Have a great one, Jaffe. I love you. Wings, home slice. I got shit to do. You know, my home slice wings though, bro.
This
fucking love you.
motherfucker wants to challenge me to 1v1 in Call of Duty
Bro.
for $5,000.
You don't got my type of level, Wings. You're on like
I got
scale.
$5,000.
You're on like you're on a smaller scale compared to me.
By
Wings.
the way, I just found this study, and I'll have to see if I can find it before the end of the show. About there's a protein company out there that makes these protein shakes that was just found to have been like improperly making their product, and it had like these carcinogens and like microplastics because they just like didn't keep up with the maintenance of the machinery, and it was like one of the most unhealthiest products you could consume, like in the past like 10 years. So let me see if I can find that. But yeah, be careful with your protein.
Well,
drinks,
fuck the
boys.
protein, but like this motherfucker thinks he can beat me in Call of Duty for $5,000.
You are a nobody, Wings. You are a nobody.
Look here,
compared
bud.
to me.
Look here. Somebody could give me a swift kick right in the fucking dick, and I fall to the ground with my nuts in my throat and throw a controller in my hand. I still school your ass 10-1.
2015, Big Dick Tony 2247. We played Call of Duty and you used to glaze me 24/7. Mind the facts.
No, never
It's okay.
happened. Never fucking happened.
You're lying. Okay. All right, Wings. It's okay, home slice. You know.
I mean,
know it, I know it.
David's went into my lobby. Says my lobby's easy, David.
Oh no, I mean I'm not very good at it though, so I can't front on Call of Duty. Like I love Call of Duty, although the new one I don't like very much. But I can't compete with Wings. When I play with people who are at his level, I'm lucky to get a couple of lucky hits, and that's it.
That's a small scale. That's a small scale.
No,
to set
my
yourself at,
my
Jaffe.
skill based
You know,
matchmaking
Wings?
is so hard, Tony, that you would go 1 in 15.
1 in 50. Is that what you
Yeah,
really think?
yeah, 1 in 15. You go 1 in 15 in my lobbies.
You were a
The
chump. and a
casual
scum
lobbies I
compared to
play
me.
TDM in.
Brother, you are a chump and a scum compared to me when it comes to Call of Duty, Wings. You can never be on my level. I promise you that.
I want to ask this question. Huge Ass says this guy, meaning you, Tony, and I have nothing against you. I don't know you, but he says this guy has become super cringe in the last 24 hours. What have you been doing in the LCU in the last 24 hours? Have you been making the rounds and doing something specific, or what is Huge Ass talking about, Tony?
Nah, I'm just being Tony.
But what have you been more?
Over
Presence?
talking conversations, getting under people's skin, just being Tony.
I'll tell you what he's talking about. Recently, Tony became the source of breaking news between a couple of the hosts. Lucifina, who we talked about at one point. Jaffe's like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Was in a online semi-sexual relationship with Nightmare like a year ago. And Rigatoni was the one to out that story on LolCow Wild and let the audience become aware that she was spreading that news to other people. Essentially, he was like leaking that conversation. But I think he did it to let people know, hey, Lucifina is just leaking all this background shit as much as she wants all the time. So he's getting shit for reporting the fact that she was doing the thing that people are upset that he's doing. So it's a butt fuck of a situation for Rigatoni to be in.
Got it. Okay, I was just curious.
I don't understand why Nightmare's with all these fucking online girls. Like, dude, Nightmare's not an ugly dude. He could get a woman in real life. Why does he fuck with these girls online?
I don't
Messing
know.
around with the only Tonys.
I think a couple people have like made this fucking theory. Maybe Nightmare just stinks. Like he just smells bad. That was like the idea of Fat Camp, the first one. People said that he was a very stinky guy. He didn't stink bad during.
That's not true.
Fat
That's
Camp.
not true. I met
Nightmares
Fat Camp
is a
and Fat
great
Camp
smelling
1.
guy. He's
Yeah.
a great smelling guy.
Yeah,
I
and then
know
the
this.
second theory is maybe Nightmare's like really aggressive personality he takes online is just real in person as well, and maybe women are just like, it's not for me.
Well, I have nothing bad to say about Nightmare. I think Nightmare's a great guy. And I think he's getting screwed over in the end because somebody else is jealous of his relationship.
You know how Jaffe said that I have no faith in myself and I live in a very small portion of my life. I think Nightmare's there too. I think Nightmare's upset that he's like 5'6" or something like that. And he just has no confidence in himself with women in real life. So like if he can sit behind the desk, he's not 5'6", 5'7" no more. He's 6 feet tall. And all his personality gets to shine through.
I'm 5'6".
Well, boys, I got
probably
nothing
5'6".
else to add to the conversation. I don't want to keep taking over. Jaffe, I love you. My home.
You're 5'6", Jaffe?
I love you.
Thank you, Rigatoni.
I would.
Appreciate
Whenever I
you.
go to Olive Garden, I order the Tony Rigatoni. Yeah, I'm 5'6". I think something like that.
Yeah, you're like 5'6".
Steak needs attention. Says Call of Duty's bad. Bungie's marathon is for men. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. We love you. Chilled Milk, thank you for the super chat. Big Tony reminded me of Denmark. He shall be named Dentmark.
You know what a dent is, huh?
Thank you for that, buddy. We appreciate it. Listen to this. So Jimmy Kimmel stands up on stage and he says, Melania Trump looks delightful. She has all the glow of an expectant widow. And Trump and Melania got mad. And now they're demanding the FCC, which they are reviewing ABC's license. Americans should be furious with these fucking cocksuckers in the White House. You dumb fucking bitch, Melania Trump. You dumb fucking asshole, Donald Trump. The fact that these motherfuckers are living in a country with the First Amendment and they are trying to shut down a comedian for a second time for doing political satire is so un-American that even the most Trump insane MAGA supporter should be furious. They probably won't be, but they should fucking be furious.
Well, if the gas don't get them furious, the Jimmy Kimmel firing will not. They'll probably celebrate that one.
I mean, it doesn't matter. King of Klinger says comedian. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter if you think he's funny or not. That's the whole point, you moron. He could be the least funny motherfucker on the planet, and you still should support his right to say what he wants, as long as he's not inciting violence.
Right.
God, I hate how stupid this country's become.
A lot of people are like using the word comedian with air quotations here. Comedian doesn't matter in this context because like the First Amendment is freedom of punishment from your government, right? It's not freedom from consequences, right?
Well, yeah, so the government can't shut you down.
Correct.
For saying something unless you're inciting violence.
Yeah.
Fighting words, yeah.
And they're stretching that definition for this whole thing, right? They're saying him
it's just
talking about being a widow. Or her
is like him insinuating that he's going to assassinate Trump or some shit like that.
Yeah,
is that what it is? That's a huge fucking reach.
Of course.
I mean, ridiculous. Like, are we really not going to touch about the Trump assassination guy at all? Like, I thought it was stupid as fuck.
I mean, we can.
There's not much to know, right? There's so many people who already think it's a setup, and it may have been, but like I think we said this yesterday, Wings. Didn't we talk about it? Which is, if you're going to say one of these things was a setup, certainly the one in Pennsylvania was staged. Maybe the one on Friday or Saturday was staged. But what else? What is there new news on this?
No, did you guys not see the instance of like the dude running through the checkpoint?
I heard of it. I didn't see it.
I heard
he ran through it.
Yeah, let's get that pulled up. In the meantime, I have Melania Trump, or not Melania, Ivanka. Who's the daughter?
Ivanka.
Okay, watch this clip, Jaffe. Tell me what you think.
Did you pause it?
Yeah, I paused it.
Kathy_yak super chatted $10. Screw Trump.
Hi, Kathy.
He can't even handle a joke. I hate that he's trying to silence everyone that disagrees with him. Also, high tech.
Hi, Kathy.
100% Kathy, and thank you for that.
Can you say hi, Kathy, please? Can we all?
She didn't say hi to me. She didn't say hi to me.
You have to say hi first now. Say hi, Kathy.
You go fuck yourself, Tech.
No, I like Kathy. All right.
I said thank you to Kathy.
Could have said
and
hi.
I agree with Kathy.
Chat, can we all say hi, Kathy? Fuck Jaffe. He's mean.
I'm not mean.
You're mean. Here's the clip. You can see the black guy is her bodyguard, and this older white dude started approaching her. Right? Let's watch.
Go back. I didn't see it.
That looks totally legitimate, though.
So this guy gets in front. The older white guy gets in front of the security guard, right? The bodyguard.
No, he didn't get in front. He got in back of him.
No.
The older white guy touched the black guy first.
Right.
Right here, this guy walked faster to be in front of the bodyguard. The bodyguard says, get behind me, like walk backwards, right? He didn't like that. So I think he grabbed his arm.
He touched his arm, yeah.
No, the story is he grabs his arm.
Okay.
Security guard says no. The bodyguard's like, nah. Now, apparently the older guy fell back and slammed the back of his head. I think he's okay. He might have some minor injuries. But they were.
I wish there was a wider camera angle of that, because that didn't seem like a push that pushes somebody off balance, right? That looked almost like if he fell back and hit his head, I'm expecting like an NBA foul, like where somebody fouls him in NBA and they just slide across the court, like, oh, look how bad he knocked me over, that kind of thing. Because if I'm paying a man whatever I'm paying him to protect me and make sure that nobody gets and hurts me whatsoever, and the guy's getting close like that and he's like, back up, that's an appropriate response in my book.
I'd say so.
Well, it might be. I don't know what rules legally bodyguards have, right? I mean, just because you're paying someone to be your bodyguard doesn't mean that was he assaulted just because he was touched on the shoulder or the arm? I don't know.
So bodyguards fall under a type of security called executive security, right? And when you go to a security company to hire an executive security team, they have money set aside for lawyers and for bail. And essentially, they don't tell you to do this, but you're kind of told, if you need to potentially do battery to keep the person safe, do the battery, keep them safe. If you get arrested for this later, fuck it, the company will help you out. Yeah. So he doesn't have privileges above a police officer or whatever, But if you approach one of his clients, they will say, due to the nature of who my client is or the situation they're at, we took this as a potential threat of life, and then they.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, yeah, I mean,
going to jail to me for those kind of guys is just implied with the job. Like if somebody wants to step up, you squash it, even if you have to go to jail over.
Yeah, that's essentially the job. Because an
big
assault
mistake.
charge.
Thank you for the super chat, buddy. She says 5'6", taller than me. You got him right, baby.
Yeah. I got the footage of the guy running through the checkpoint in the side.
Oh yeah, let's check that out.
Here it is. You guys ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Here it goes. Security footage.
Is he sleeping?
This is the checkpoint.
Is it slow motion? Oh,
No.
I see.
On the left, he just sprints through.
They're horrible.
Well, here's my thought process, right? This guy's a mechanical engineer from Caltech. Granted, that doesn't mean he's good at violence, right? It means he's good at studying. But the fact that he's good at studying would mean that he's good at preparing, organizing, and putting an idea forth. He's intelligent. How did he think this was going to work? That's the thing I wonder about.
Maybe I have no idea, right? Because the whole thing, like I said, that's why I don't think this was staged. Because if you're going to stage something, you're staging it because there's a message you want to communicate. Trump's a warrior. You can shoot him and he gets up and he says fight, and you get this picture and all, he didn't even make it to Trump. So and the security looked anemic. So who was this staged for? That's why it doesn't look staged to me. It just looks like everybody, including the assassin, were terrible at their jobs.
Well, he also had 4 different weapons on him. He had 2 knives, a pistol,
Sure.
and a shotgun. It's like he planned, he planned on using at least a couple of these weapons and having backups. He wrote a manifesto, which I don't have on me right now. We should look at the manifesto at least tomorrow. Maybe go over it a little bit. Because he wasn't actually aiming for Trump. He's getting the Trump charge because Trump was in attendance. But he was aiming for like members of Trump's cabinet.
Yeah. Excluding Patel for some reason.
Yeah, Kash Patel was the exclusion in the manifesto.
What do you think, Jaffe?
I don't think you can explain away crazy. I think there's a lot of reasons to hate Trump. There's a lot of reasons to hate his cabinet. There's a lot of reasons to think that maybe whatever your risks are, they're worth it because the number of people who are suffering under certain regimes are worth the risk you take. But in this case, I don't understand how someone that prepared, as Jordy is saying, is prepared in every way, shape, or form, except going, I've done all the legwork. Now I'm just going to run straight for my target. And it's like, what's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Who would expect you to get into the front door? I mean, he probably got further than most people thought he would, given that security was clearly taking a nap. But, I mean, but I don't really know.
I think security did a good job because like he's lucky to be alive, right? Because like any reasonable person shoots that person.
Yeah.
Sure, but why? Yeah, that's right. But the fact, and again, maybe I've watched too much TV and I'm sure I have, but the idea that he could make it through that checkpoint, it's like there wasn't somebody just posted right at the front of the metal detector, so you can't even get in.
Or a single
the airport has better security than the goddamn press conference, whatever I
think it was a hotel, right?
Yeah, the correspondence
center. Reggie's Metal says, when you're about to miss your flight, that's funny. And Alien Beaver Killer says, book smarts does not equal street smarts. That's true.
Pokey Gaga, thank you. We live in a society. You goddamn right. And then Smoke Elijah says, all this outrage for a talk show host, but Jaffe won't condemn the actions of a gay liberal who tried to kill the sitting president. I don't know what he's talking.
We are condemning the actions. You should never react with violence. Vote him out. You should never do what this man is trying to do.
Well,
but I also want to say, like, the security team seems to be like not so much like Secret Service, but like somebody they hired on. Because like if you go to the video where Trump,
it was DC police,
like, if you go where like Trump would actually sit with like Secret Service dudes come out in black with like fucking M7 weapons.
But they came out for JD Vance a lot quicker than they did Trump. I mean, it was really was also pretty disappointing.
You've heard the theories about it's because Trump couldn't get up that quickly or something.
Right,
and another thing I wanted to say is one of the narratives being pushed by the right and by Trump was this guy was like an anti-Christian, like he was against religion.
At Cynthia Bria 2828 super chatted $10. Did you catch the John Hinckley interview regarding this shooter? He stated that the Hilton should never hold these type of events because the security is so lax. Crazy times.
Yeah. I didn't see that interview, no. But that whole John Hinckley thing, the more I've looked into that assassination attempt, that was not John Hinckley. That was George Bush Sr. and James Baker trying to kill Reagan.
Yeah.
But that said, though, no, I did not see that. Kathy, can we do another member goal to impeach Trump? I wish. That would be great. Vertucci says that's why we need the ballroom. Yeah.
What I was saying about this,
there is that conspiracy theory that this is all a ploy set up to push the ballroom being financed.
Maybe. I feel like it's just the money's going to come no matter what. But the whole thing, right? So Trump he spun this narrative that the guy was very anti-Christian, right? That he used to be Christian, then had a falling out, and now he hates Christianity. But it turns out, no, they're making that up as well. The guy attended Sunday service. He would go to the additional church aftergroup stuff. He was a devout, I think, Protestant or something. But it's just another reason he's like, these fucking anti-God liberals are out here trying to fucking ruin America. I get so fucking tired that Trump just says shit with no information, and he's like, they'll believe me. Don't worry about it. Just that they'll believe whatever the fuck I say.
Yeah. But and here's a news flash. If you're one of those people, you're a fucking moron. I'd respect you more. Not that you need my respect. If you said, I like Trump because he's an asshole to people I don't like, then I'd go, okay, that tracks. But even the fact that, I mean, the only thing dumber than thinking Trump is a man of the people and gives a shit about you is thinking Trump is a religious man that believes in God. Do you think if God is real, which I doubt they are, he is, whatever, or Jesus were real, that they would be fans of Donald fucking Trump, you fucking idiot, you fucking moron? I can't believe there are these people that are this goddamn stupid. I feel bad for them. I fucking feel bad for them. But it is what it is, I suppose. Anyway. Am I right, boys? You goddamn right.
Yes, you're right, boys.
Yeah. Now look. This dude is triggered. Yeah, whore. I am triggered. Because this is America. This is our fucking country. This is the president that was elected twice. Oh, he's triggered. Yeah. And newsflash, idiot, you should be triggered too. And if you're not, you're too stupid to know what the fuck is going on. And please stay home. Who gives a fuck if you hate political? I'm not giving you a political lecture. No one's giving you a political lecture.
Hold on, Jaffe.
Super chatted $10.
Idiot.
Crypt is great today. Tech, you're also doing really well today. 10/10.
I want to say this, that it just highlights
his dad.
It just highlights how fucking shit. By the way, we just got a pay pig. Pokey Gaga, thank you for being a pay pig.
We got a pay pig, Jaffe!
Big, as my friend Billy the Fridge used to say. I miss Billy the Fridge.
Charging battery. Battery critical. Charging battery. Battery critical. Charging battery. Battery critical. Charging battery.
Thank you, Boogie Gaga, for the pay pig! Jaffe, say thank you, Boogie Gaga!
Dude, shut up, bitch! I'm getting there on my own speed.
Jaffe, say thank you!
Thank you, Pokey Gaga, for supporting our show the way you do. We appreciate it very much, bud.
Thank you, sir. I think this highlights how bad Secret Service is at their fucking job. That very first assassination attempt where he got like the big photo op, you can't convince me as a brain functioning human being that people didn't realize a young 21-year-old kid was climbing a fucking building within view of like the podium with an assault rifle swung on his back, and they shot him the instant he shot the president. They knew he was there the entire time.
They
had to have known.
They spoke to one of the Secret Service people, and apparently, and allegedly, right? Who's to say? Because I don't think the guy's name ever came out and who said this. But they were able to see the guy for like 4 minutes before, and they called it in, and then they were like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." Yeah, there's someone on the roof over there. Don't worry about it.
Fishy as fuck, right? And like, I'm gonna say this, and nobody gives a fuck about my voice. But if you hear my voice and you have these crazy thoughts in your head, even if you succeed, JD Vance becomes president. If you somehow succeed with him, the Speaker of the House, which is also Republican, becomes president. The time for action is when it's time to vote. Don't vote these motherfuckers in. Don't let the people that are racist, illiterate, uneducated outvote you. Show up. Show the fuck up at the polls.
That's right.
That's winning.
We should. You know what? Let's do a LolCow campaign. This next political cycle, let's just talk about, hey, in this state, you have this time to go vote. You can register by here. Let's have like a public service announcement. We'll post a video. Every 50 states, we'll tell them.
Shut up, final chicken. I'm done with you. You can't even explain your shit. Shut up. Yeah, let's do LolCow campaign. I'm with you, Tech.
You have 100%. No idea. Yeah, you don't care.
I heard what you said. I got to jump around.
Will you dress like a woman for me on Friday?
No.
I just think it's stupid how like liberals are getting painted out to be these violent, hateful people because of these martyrs or these idiots that come and do this shit right here, run through security checkpoints with shotguns. It's like, dude, this is not helping the cause. It's doing nothing but hurting the cause. This is giving people a finger so they can point at you and be like, look, we told you that the left were violent. Look at what they're doing to our great president, our God-fearing president. You know, if Jesus came back right now, he'd be Trump's right-hand man.
Please.
He would go to Trump for any advice given.
All right. Well, look, nobody wants to talk about politics, and that's fine.
Can we talk
That's
about
fine.
K-Trucks?
No, let's talk about today as a great holiday. You guys didn't even address today's holiday.
What holiday?
Today's bullshit made up holiday, but it's a great one. It's National Superhero Day.
Oh,
it actually is. And who is your favorite superhero? I will tell you mine, then we'll go around the table. Superman is my favorite superhero. He represents the best of who we could be if we get our shit together. How about you, Wings?
Not even fucking from this planet. If I had to pick
that's what it takes.
If I had to pick a favorite superhero, it would be V from V for Vendetta.
Oh,
is that okay? Fair.
Okay.
Are you looking up superheroes, Tech?
No. I was just looking at what other holidays.
Zatanna is great. I'm with you, bag of donuts.
Historically, I like, I like Spider-Man for who he is as a person, like the character. I think for actual stories, it's probably Batman. But truth be told, in my heart of hearts, my favorite superhero is Terry Crews. I fucking love Terry Crews. He's such.
It has to be for Mediocrity, right? With the machine guns.
No, him as Julius Rock from Everybody Hates Chris.
With somebody in the chat is throwing some fucking dumbass shit. His name is not Guy Fawkes. Guy Fawkes was the guy's mask that he wore as a political statement. His name was V because he was prisoner number 5 in the facility that got burnt down when they were turning him into a superhuman because he reacted to like the virus. That's why his name is V. It's not Guy Fawkes.
You know what else day today is, Jaffe? Today is also Biological Clock Day. Celebrated every April 28th to raise awareness about your circadian rhythm. Biological Clock Day promotes sleeping early today and waking up late. Also, it reminds women, time's ticking. Time's a coming.
Well, there's a holiday coming up here this next week. That should be all celebrated.
Wait, Joey Bag of Donuts, is that true? Free Comic Book Day is this Saturday?
Oh, I think it is around this time, isn't it? Free comic.
I love comic books, you guys. Jordy, you read comic books?
Saturday.
No.
You should read them, man. They're good.
I know I'm fat, but I can guarantee you I know nothing about Warhammer 40K.
I don't either.
do.
I'm American, though.
Yeah.
That's a big British thing.
No, it's a big American thing. You're just a dickhead.
It's becoming bigger in America, but it's huge in the UK.
I was deflated when I learned that StarCraft, a game I loved to fucking death, was just stolen properties from everybody else, from like Warhammer 40K and like Starship Troopers and all this other. Like they had no original ideas when they made this game, and it's like I loved the fuck out of this game.
Well, that was game development back then. We just took stuff from that we loved from bigger medium.
Yeah,
and we said, let's make game versions of that. I mean, Twisted Metal influences are obvious. Same with God of War. Idiocracy is a great documentary. It's very impressive. You're not wrong. There you go. Thank you. That's for Wings. Here's 10 for Wings.
Super chatted $10. Here's a 10 for Wings.
Wow.
What up, pimp? Good morning. At Pokagaga 23 super chatted $10. Goal for tech to lay and incubate eggs.
Since we talk about Twisted Metal, and I'm a Twisted Metal fucking super fan.
Yeah.
I want to say a grievance I've had with Twisted Metal 2 my entire fucking life. Yeah. And like, I don't know why you guys, I know you didn't write every story yourself, but you had Roadkill, his ending in Twisted Metal 2, that he was in a car crash with everybody else and all the other contestants were there. Yes. And for some reason, y'all felt like y'all needed to link Roadkill with Sweet Tooth and like have this whole like inner monologue family. Because like Yellow Jacket in the previous game was like Sweet Tooth's father. And then like Roadkill was supposed to be like his brother or something like that. Like
in the second game, how did we link Sweet Tooth with Roadkill? Sweet Tooth wasn't linked with Roadkill, was he?
Yeah, he was Marcus Kane.
Yeah, in his name, but I don't think the characters engaged with one another in Twisted Metal 2.
Not in the game itself, but like like lore wise, he's supposed to be a part of Sweet Tooth's family.
Oh, yeah. So no, the way Twisted Metal worked, Twisted Metal doesn't exist. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and Black are not the same. They're multiverses, right? So who won the story in 1 is different than what happened in 5. So it's all a multiverse. That's why Calypso's different in every one.
But
it's still the same thing.
But Minion is a boss in second, and he states that he won the previous tournament. That means it's
not. Everyone was written as a standalone narrative. There are similarities, like this character, Krista Sparks, is named Krista Sparks here. Totally different character in this one. So they're all like that's why I say multiverse. There are lots of similarities that bleed through all the different universes, but it's not like God of War where the first one and the last one, there's a cohesive story. I wrote each one as an individual standalone story.
Yeah, there's millions of different types
no
of sweet tooths, right?
Yeah.
There's like a sweet tooth in a lot of universes.
And a Calypso, and
I just thought Roadkill's story was so fucking cool and unique, and it's like the best ending in Twisted Metal 2, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's like, oh, that's neat. But I was like, why does everything have to roll back around to Sweet Tooth? It's kind of like how Fallout uses the Brotherhood of Steel everywhere.
It didn't in the second one. The second one, Sweet Tooth, literally was a bonus character that you had to unlock.
This is really good. We got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
We're running at the end of the show. Thank you everybody for showing up. Reggie's Metal $5 says, y'all should read Something is Killing the Children, Department of Truth, or Saga. Love these comics. Image
Saga's
has been killing it lately.
Saga's good.
That's true. Pokegaga, Jaffe, give us the secret health packs. On the New York level, they're actually up in the clock tower.
The real problem with you having this show after this is me and Jordy can't then talk about what worked.
Or instead of taking a midnight fucking or a midday nap, you could just fucking be awake at noon, old man. Anyways, we're sending over to LolCow Gay. They're gonna do some cool shit. We love you so much, and we will see you next time. Bye.